After a few weeks, we're back in action. We got a new setup and we even have a standing desk. It's pretty cool. But today, we're talking about the brand new product from Valve called the Steam Deck. Before that, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of the eRock on Deck community. We would absolutely love to have you. Okay, so just this past week, Valve, a company you might have heard of, you know, they have a little product called Steam. They announced a brand new product this week referred to as the Steam Deck, not to be confused with Elgato's product referred to as the Stream Deck, which also received some brand new announcements this past week. I can already see the Christmas memes now. I want a Steam Deck, and then they end up getting a Stream Deck. Okay, so first things first, what is the Steam Deck? Well, basically it's a handheld portable gaming device. Think of it like a Nintendo Switch, but on steroids, or PC gaming on a Nintendo Switch, somewhere in that ballpark. Now, this is not the first time that Valve has attempted to make gaming related hardware. In the past, they've done things like the Steam Machine and the Alienware Alpha. And although these products did not succeed, they had a lot of great ideas and they did a great job at trying to merge the gap between console gaming as well as PC gaming. In fact, I'm actually looking for a Steam Machine, so if you know where I can get one for cheap, let me know. So let's talk about the specs. What exactly is inside the Steam Deck? So the CPU will have 4 cores and 8 threads. The GPU is based on the RDNA 2 technology. It will have 8 compute units. The Steam Deck will also have 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. It will have a 7-inch LCD touchscreen. The resolution is just a little bit over 720p, and it will have a 60 Hz refresh rate panel. It also comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack. It has 2 microphones, a USB Type-C connection, Bluetooth connection, and it will also use Wi-Fi only with no cellular connectivity. And it will come in 3 different storage configurations. And every one of these options also has expandable storage with a micro SD slot. The prices will be $399 for the 64 gigabyte model, $529 for the 256 gigabyte model, and $649 for the 512 gigabyte model. Well, for $400, you're only getting 64 gigabytes of storage, but that storage is not SATA, it's not NVMe, it is eMMC storage. NVMe storage is not only faster, but it's more efficient at handling larger files and transferring larger data. And think about for a second what you're putting on this device. Putting large video games on this device. Unfortunately, we're not in the 16-bit era anymore of games. You need large storage and you need fast storage. Now, if you only plan on playing single player games, you will probably be okay with the base model. However, I don't want anybody thinking you're gonna be able to load up something like Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone and get the exact same experience that you would get on your laptop or your desktop gaming computer. But if you're looking to play online competitive shooters, then at least get the middle tier option for $529. I understand it's $129 more, but you are getting NVMe storage, which is going to be so much faster. So right out of the box, it's coming with SteamOS 3.0, which is very user-friendly. It's basically like a console-like user interface, and it gets you to your games a lot faster. But if you don't like that, you can override it and you can put Windows on it, because after all, it is a handheld portable PC, and that's what's really cool. You can connect it to any Type-C docking station and use an external mouse, monitor, and keyboard. It's similar to the Switch in that you can take it on the go and then come home and have a dedicated docking station for a better user experience. Now, speaking of the docking station, Valve will have a dedicated docking station for the Steam Deck. Right now, we don't really have a lot of information on it. It will be sold separately, and it will probably come after the Steam Deck is actually already on the market. Now, as with most handheld gaming devices, the Steam Deck will have 2 joysticks, and it will have 2 trackpads to go along with it. Each trackpad will be underneath the joystick, and the trackpad is supposed to mimic mouse movement like if you're on a mouse and keyboard. Valve did go on to confirm that Joy-Con drift will not be an issue, so yeah, Nintendo, can you get on board with that, please? Now, one other point I want to talk about is a lot of people are pretty excited about this because it's a lot of power in a very small form factor in your hands on the go. And a lot of people are saying that it actually rivals the PlayStation 4. Now, I understand that the PlayStation 4 came out in 2013, so that is a pretty old benchmark, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does perform well, because at the end of the day, it's only targeting right around 720p. And honestly, 720p, even at 60 FPS, is a very playable and enjoyable experience, but it's also not that demanding. And typically, it's not something that you want on a 2021 device and beyond. However, the Steam Deck is only a 7-inch display, so at 720p, it's going to look perfectly fine. The bigger issue is going to be when you dock it and connect it to an external monitor. 720p on a 27-inch monitor is not going to look so nice, and if you upscale it to 1080p, you're now putting more demand on the hardware itself. So now your 60 FPS is probably going to get cut in half down to 30 FPS. I'm very curious to see how this actually performs whenever it releases to the market. Right now, according to the website, you can actually pre-order a model for only $5 down. Now, $5 is not an official order. What's happening is that in December, Valve will actually start sending out invite links to come and actually place your official order. Yes, the $5 counts towards the overall cost, but it is important to know that you will need to look out for an official email from Valve to actually place an official order. Okay, so do I think the Steam Deck is going to succeed? Well, in terms of the success, it's hard to tell because we've never seen anything like this before. Yes, we have Nintendo and the Switch, and that has proven that there is a massive market for mobile gaming. But the problem there is that Nintendo is known for making consoles, and it's drawing in existing console customers. Nintendo has a bunch of first-party exclusives that people want to play, and they put you in a position to where you can only play those games like Pokemon and Zelda and Mario if you buy their latest hardware. Whereas the Steam Deck is really just a smaller form factor PC on the go. And while it's really cool in concept, it's not really giving you something that you can't already get on another device like a laptop or a home desktop gaming computer. Yes, it's smaller, yes, it's lighter, but is that enough to really make you want to go pay between $400 and $600? Now, do I think that you should buy one? Honestly, that's going to come down to you, your personal wants and your needs. As for me, I'm not going to buy one, not because I'm not interested, but it's just because I know that personally I won't get the use out of it. For example, I have a Nintendo Switch and I love my Nintendo Switch, but I only ever use it at home on its docking station. I use it like a traditional console, and I only have it just so I can play those first-party exclusives that I can't play anywhere else, like Pokemon and Mario. If I'm out and about, I typically don't find myself in a position to where I can just whip out some type of gaming device and start gaming. I'm a father, I have a kid. If I'm out and about, all of my attention has to be on him, has to be on my family, or whatever I'm doing at that time. So for me and my needs, I just know I'm not really gonna be able to use it. But for you, it may be the perfect device. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is a new product that's completely different than anything we've ever seen before. And I think that's very exciting, and I think that's awesome, and it's coming from an incredibly awesome company. But there are a lot of unknown factors here. So personally, I think it's a wonderful piece of technology, and I would love to try it one day. But right now, I have no desire to actually spend my money on it. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. It goes a long way in helping me out. Let me know in the comments below, are you planning to buy a Steam Deck? Why or why not? And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and become part of the eRock on Deck community. We would absolutely love to have you. And until next time, eRock out.